Okay, so this is a video on transplanting beets. Most people don't recommend transplanting beet crops, but I have done it with some success and I want to show you how. So these are some beets that I started in the ground, and I started these probably about 6 weeks ago, and this is what they're doing. And then if you look over here, these are some beets that I started in the garage under the grow lights, and I started these about 2 weeks ago, and this is what they're doing. So obviously in the garage under light with the warmth, they're going gangbusters. So there is a really good reason for transplanting beets if you can figure out how to do it right. So I'm just going to show you the method of how I transplant beets. First of all, you have to have something like this where this is a styrofoam seedling starter and it goes through to the bottom. So you see all the roots hanging out there? So you're going to, when you transplant, you're not going to break the roots, which is going to allow you to transplant something as fragile as a root vegetable. So basically what I do is make a hole in the garden like this, kind of move the stick around so you get a nice good hole that you're going to be able to get the whole root in. And then I take my stick, I only have one hand because I'm holding the camera, but I take my stick and I go through the bottom and push the beet out through the top. And beets are polyembryonic seeds, which means that they oftentimes put out 2, sometimes 3. I've even seen up to 5 seedlings out of one seed. So I'm also very thrifty, and I hate having to just pull these off and throw them away, which is what you have to do if you sow directly. Actually, you can transplant them if you're very careful, but that way when I'm transplanting them, I can separate them out, and I have 3 plants from one seed. See, there's one where you have 3 plants. Those are golden beets right there. 1, 2, 3 out of one seed. So after I get them out and I separate them, I have something that looks like this. And you see how long and nice those roots are? These are going to transplant no problemo. So then I just stick them into that hole that I made, that deep, deep hole, and all of that goes in. And then I'm just going to close the dirt around it, and there we go. Now the growth of, this in 2 weeks and this in 6 weeks is just way worth it to me. So that's how I do my beets.